A young king sailed across the seas, sword in his hand, ambition in his heart. He dreamed of conquest, of crowns, of glory that would echo through the ages. But what he did not know was that on the distant shore he sought to claim, God had already planted a seed of faith. Years before, missionaries came to this land. They brought no swords, no armies, no crowns. They brought the cross. They fed the hungry, cared for the weak, and told of Jesus Christ. Many of them never returned home, yet their sacrifice left a mark, a cross of wood upon the shore, and the word of God in the heart of a little orphan girl they rescued from a shipwreck. When the king's ship anchored and his soldiers thundered across the sand, fear filled the villagers. But one child, the orphan child, now grown, stepped forward. She was clothed not in armor, but in faith. Her voice was steady as she declared the words of Christ. For the Lord said, "All who take the sword shall perish by the sword." The king laughed, but her words pierced deeper than any blade. He turned away, yet he could not turn from the echo of her voice. That night, by the fire, the king sat restless. His sword lay heavy across his knees. Visions of past battles haunted him. Blood spilled, lives lost, thrones won but hearts still empty. Again her voice returned. Those who live by the sword shall perish by the sword. For the first time, the conqueror felt conquered, not by might, but by truth. At dawn, the girl led him to the cross, weathered by sun and storm, yet standing firm. She said, "They did not come to conquer, but to save. This is the cross they left, a cross that gave me life." The king looked upon it, and at once the weight of his crown, the blood of his victories, and the emptiness of his soul came crashing down. "I have conquered many lands," he whispered. "Yet my heart is still barren," the girl answered softly. "Only Christ can fill the emptiness. Lay down your sword and take up his peace." With trembling hands, the young king knelt at the cross. Slowly, he laid his sword at its base. At that moment, light broke through the clouds. The soldiers, astonished, followed his example, swords falling into the sand. And there, on that distant shore, the power of the cross triumphed over the power of the sword. From that day forward, the king was no longer remembered as a conqueror, but as a builder of peace. And the little girl, once rescued by missionaries, became the voice that turned nations toward Christ. For truly, the greatest victory is not in conquest, but in surrender to Jesus. As it is written, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God."